and sanctimonious. The government must not see all criticism as part of a conspiracy against India. So the government must criticism is a thing which is seen all over the world, everywhere, and it's usually an opinion which could be offensive to someone, and sometimes the opinion could be on purposefully to offend a person, but um, but that won't be happening every time. Sometimes a criticism can be a misunderstanding of someone's opinion, and the government must not be taking such types of criticism as a conspiracy against India. So the Indian government it is saying such types of criticism as an attack against India. India's unusual response to comments on the ongoing farmers' protest by some international celebrities come across as highly sanctimonious. So some of the celebrities they have commented, or they have a response to the farmers' protest which happened in Delhi, and they have made such types of comments which made the farmers and also the government feel sanctimonious. So sanctimonious, what does that mean? It means that someone is superior than the other. So basically, the celebrities are giving comments which offend the farmers, saying that the celebrities are superior to the farmers. And India's government it had a very unusual response to their sanctimonious opinion or criticism. The temptation of sensationalist social media hashtags and comments, especially when restored to by celebrities and others, is neither accurate nor responsible. Um, the Minister of External Affairs said in a statement. So these opinions of criticism, they are not they are not actually on intention, as everyone obviously know. Um, Hashtags, especially when restored. So their opinions they might not be accurate to what they are really feeling, and so they should not be responsible. So the celebrities or the people who have commented in such ways, they should not be responsible for their mistakes. So that was said by the Ministry of our External Affairs. It advised these celebrities to ascertain facts and properly understand the issues at hand before rushing to the comment on such matters. Not only that, he also said that, see, you are not responsible or this is not your mistake, but there is one mistake of yours. Before making such comments, which will be shared in all of the public, you should be certain of the comments which you make, and you should think about it for some time, and you should not be rushing for it. The response is somewhat superfluous in the immediate context of what the singer and performer Rihanna had said in a single tweet. The response is somewhat superfluous in the immediate context of so a similar comment, a similar sanctimonious comment, which was irresponsible of the person who made it. It was made by it was made by a singer and also a performer who was namely Rihanna. So she made offensive comment in a single tweet. She had asked why the issue was not being talked about more while drawing attention to a news report on extraordinary measures taken by the government to put down the farmers' protest, including laying trenches and barricades and banning the internet. So the info of her tweet was what she asked in the tweet was why is the violence which was caused in the farmers' protest on Republic Day in Delhi, why was it not taken seriously? I mean, it's a very big deal because many police have been hurt, many farmers have been hurt, and the police were also, and since then the police were also trying to they were also trying to curb the protest of the farmers. They have been arranging barricades and doing such things. They were also banning some websites of internet which promote the farmers protest. So why is the government doing so? So that was the questions. So those were the questions asked by Rihanna. Other international Other international passengers who had ventured to talk about the issue included some lawmakers from the US and UK too, but even did not warrant a formal response from the government. Um, not only from a celebrity from India, but also from lawmakers and judges all over from the world. For example, from US and UK, we got several responses, but we did not even see a single formal response from our government. If the MEA statements claim that some Western interest groups were mobilizing international support smacked of paranoia, the fact that a few isolated comments could send the India government into a tizzy and lead it to a lengthy riptos reflects a siege mentality arising from deep insecurity, where it is deep insecurity, deep insecurity. So these comments, we should not let these comments done by people from all over the world, from UK, US, and even from India. We should not let these comments destroy the security of India which we have right now. It should not let India get deprived of the trust on our government which we have right now. So we should really not consider all these responses. Whether it is organized dissent within the country or informal criticism from elsewhere, it sees everything as a conspiracy against itself, a design on the country's unity and stuff of propaganda. So whether it is organized dissent, so it may be intentional and it may be from the country. It may not be intentional. It may not be intentional, and it may be some informal opinion from outside of the country. Whatever it is, whether it is informal, formal, within the country or outside of the country, we should not really care about this. But the Indian government, it sees everything as a conspiracy or an attack against it. So that's the problem here. The registration of a police case after Greta Thunberg, that teenaged Swedish climate change activist shared a protesters toolkit on Twitter has added another twist to the undefined demonstration of touchiness. So a police case was filed against Greta Thunberg. I think most of you already know who she is. She is a very famous. She is a very famous child climate activist, and she's from Sweden. And she shared a picture of toolkit of a worker on Twitter, has added another twist. And because of this, the police of Sweden filed a case against her. Many Indian celebrities from the fields of cinema and sports joined the issue with Rihanna to state their case against what they saw as an external interference. So not only Rihanna, who has commented from within India, many celebrities. Rihanna started it, and many celebrities from sports and cinema from all over the sectors joined her and made several opinions on what they saw on the Republic Day. What is the limit to the claim that a problem is a country's internal matter led to a comment upon? Given India's recent comment voicing concern over the military takeover in Myanmar or the attack on Capitol Hill in US, and its oft expressed views on developments in neighboring countries, it requires no iteration that some issues that have a bearing on human rights, survival of democracy, and international relations tend to invite comment. So, what is the limit to claim that a problem is a country's internal matter and something to the outside is its border are not entitled to let upon? So, so what is the limit? Means what is the thing or what is the line which separates both things? Are the comments which are coming from outside the country India, are they also the mistake of our country? And the comments which are coming from within the country, are those comments the mistakes of our country? So we don't know anything like that. So there should be some line or something or some piece of information which will be dividing these two: the comments from outside the country and the comments from inside the country. Given India's recent comment voicing concern over the military takeover in Myanmar or the attack Capitol Hill in US, it is not as if only the farmers' protests have got traction overseas. So that and another interesting thing is that the farmers' protest was not only it was not only the single thing which got the attention of foreigners of the people outside India. Several events happened um, in which um, foreigners or the people outside India have taken have taken have taken a part of discussion um, of the events. The best way for the government to avoid international criticism is not to allow more people to see it as an authoritarian, um, disrespectful of rights, and given to attempts to undermine institutions of democracy. So the best way for the government to tackle this problem of getting criticism and getting false and getting opinions which are offensive to the people of India from foreigners or from outside the country, the best way to government the best way for the government to tackle this problem is to avoid international criticism, is not to allow more people to see it as an authority. So we should not make a big scene of the incident which happened. We should not let it spread across the world, and we should not let the people see it as an authority and disrespectful of rights. And we should also maintain and we should also be maintaining all the rights in the events. For example, a foreigner he could see the video of what happened, and he could think that the rights of the farmers or the rights of the police, all of them have been crossing, so this is not good. So we should not let them think in such a way and given to attempts to undermine the institutions of democracy. And overall, we should not let the foreigners decrease the democratic feeling in India. Thank you.